it
Here we
or
go. Here you go. Here you go. No, not yet. I'm gonna give
okay.
you the time. Yeah,
Okay.
close it back
All
up.
right, close it up. Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
you ready? You ready? I like
Smells good.
that. It does. It's real good.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go with my little introductory. All right, welcome to the Wellness Plug TV, where you can get all your great entrepreneurs, and there's a safe place for them to come and share their wellness stories, whether they have lost weight or if they gained weight or anything that's in the perspective, right, of healthy and wellness. I'm off today. This will give us the details about how they help their communities and whatever defines, wellness in their communities and what they do and how they do it. So the ultimate thing that I like and everybody know is self-care. And self-care is not necessarily just you going to go get a massage, right? This is essential to you just to be working out and just to be having fun. So somebody here today knows about working out and fitness and having fun. And so I'm gonna let him introduce himself today.
Hey, how y'all doing? And thank you, Nadia, for having me on. This is Earl T, fitness instructor and wellness coach and entrepreneur. So happy to be on. Appreciate the invite.
Thank you. So tell us what you do, where are you,
Okay.
and you can give us like all the real details later on as to how we can get into some classes, some personal
Okay.
training, and all that good stuff.
All right. Right now, I do, as you know, as you probably met me from. First of all, I was doing dance fitness
Oh
classes,
yeah.
and I've been doing that for 6 years now.
Yes.
Right now, I'm doing it at Jambox, and I have a real interesting setup over there, which is on an entrepreneurial setup instead of as an employee, more of a partner
Hmm.
there.
Hmm.
And I also do well. I'll do last time most recently I was doing personal training. I just literally just stopped it. We'll go into
Sorry.
that later. But right
Okay.
now, I'm making some changes
Okay.
in a positive way, and also just mostly care about helping people also with their nutrition. You
Hmm.
know, I work with a supplement company, and that's how I help people. That's how I make income as well, and help people. And most importantly, focus on their nutrition to help them, you know, get the results that they're looking for. You know,
Hmm.
so as a help. So that's about a little small nutshell of it.
Okay, that's so sweet. So I've been knowing Earl T since 2016. I thought it was 2015, but I
Honestly,
personally went out to one of his classes because I don't even remember how we connected. Somebody connected us, and
mm,
then somebody said go way out to Frisco, right? At first, I was
yeah,
like, that ain't gonna work because it was a new area and I couldn't find it. But when I got there, I seen like his crowd. The people were ready, they're ready to go. Like I
mm,
wasn't used to that type of crowd. And then on top of that, these people had journeys. They were, well into what they wanted to do. They had goals, and he was
mm,
getting these people the goals that they needed. And that was what was so enjoyable just to watch him just go through the process of, helping his community. He was, I mean, Frisco back then was like pretty much just now built up, right? You know?
right. It just got kind of going. 'Cause I moved out here in 2014, bought a house out here in 2014, and things were just kind of booming that direction. Then by that time, it just got a little more crazy around 2016. That's like about 2 years before Cowboys and headquarters
Right,
came out here. So, but
right,
they were breaking ground. It broke
right.
ground they broke ground in 2014 actually, and then they
Hmm.
started building since then. So that kind of was sparked everybody coming out here.
Yes, it sure did. So, I mean, you had me driving at least 30 miles to come out to see you guys, and even just to, I
It was one of my business partners that's on my team. She's still on my team actually, and I remember she had got you out here, and
yes, and it was real fun. It was an
yeah,
experience for me because I knew the dance style that I taught versus
right,
what
right,
y'all taught. And so, but it still brought heat to the table. It was something
mm,
different.
right,
And even with what you were doing, if most people consider it to be Zumba, but I didn't. I was like, this is cardio. This is like on
yeah,
point cardio. And it was exciting. And not only did I benefit from it, everybody there, benefit from
right.
it as well.
That's
And
great
I
to
like
hear.
the fact that you had the Herbal Life. That was my first time ever trying
Hmm.
like any kind of supplementation or any
Hmm.
any other type of program besides something that I was just familiar with. You know, you got me hooked on the shakes and everything. I can say
Mm-hmm.
you were the first person that actually introduced me to Herbal Life. And I liked it, you know, because I didn't even
Awesome.
know about the teas. I didn't know about any of that stuff.
Right.
And you know, him just being an educator behind that was what was mostly exciting. You know, he told me about all the stuff and how it works and everything, not
Mm-hmm.
just like, okay, you come in and you just get a tea and you have to get this, you know, right? This is
Right.
something that was educational as well. So tell us about that part, like, 'cause I know you have to educate the clients on that note.
Well, that all come from my personal journey, and it just basically I had that's how that came into play. Just me
Gotcha.
personally, I for a year prior to you meeting me, I was no, yeah, 2015. It was 2015
Mm-hmm.
that I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high blood sugar going
Okay.
on, and and I needed to do it. The doctor said, "Hey, you got to do something." Right, and that was a wake up call. Having a wife and kid, for my family, I had to realize I got to really get it together. So I was working out, really wasn't getting results, but I was crazy enough to step into a dance fitness class with a bunch of women and stuff. So I didn't care how I looked, and I got in there. But the weight still wasn't coming off as fast as I would like to, and I was really working hard. And
Wow.
then I met a guy in the gym, and he was 51 years old at the time, and ripped. I mean, solid ripped. Not like I seen some bodybuilders be older and they be like neck veins and stuff. Like this guy was
Right.
like a good, healthy
Naturally
looking, like
rip. Right.
nice, good rip, like and good
Lean rip.
energy. Yeah, nice lean rip. He was healthy and vibrant. Like a 20-something-year-old. The energy, just attracted me. It's like, okay, man, what are you doing? Like I
What are
need
you
to
doing?
be like you. And he's 15 years older than me. Uh,
Wow.
and I was like, how you say, like, when I get older, I want to be like you. No, I want to get like you now. Like
Right.
I need to get those abs now. I need to get in shape now. I need to get that waistline down now. I need to get that
Right.
energy now. I want all that now. Like, what are you doing? Come to find out, he was in Herbal Life for 30 years and been on the products and still on the products to this day. And at that time, he'd been on the products nonstop. So it wasn't what attracted me to it. It wasn't a quick fix. It was something to
Mm-hmm.
it supplied nutrition and I could tell it made him healthier. Of course, ain't the only thing. Of course, you got to eat better and as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I was already trying to eat better. I was already working out, and it's
Gotcha.
still, I think I lost 5 pounds when I was doing the workouts of dance and fitness, and I was doing some
Mm-hmm.
intense fit. The
Mm-hmm.
instructor was more intense than I am now. She was
Wow.
extremely talented, and I still wasn't getting up. But once I did that, incorporated that, boom, the energy started going even more insane. Even women that was in my class started asking me, okay, how women like, well, you're a man, you lose weight. It got to the
Right.
point
What are
where they
you
were like,
doing?
what the heck are you doing? That's crazy. You look completely different. Your energy's crazy. Like, what's going on? You went from the back of the room to the front of the room. And so anyway, that's how it happened. And once it happened for me for a year, you know, the guy is very successful and he's a millionaire in the company. And I was like, okay, hey, if you could teach me how to do this and I could, replace my income doing it, I'll start to sell it. So that's how I ended up. I didn't sell it. I ended up being able to share it in my passion and by me,
Gotcha.
people seeing me as a human billboard. And it's like, hey man, y'all got to do this. And me knowing with women, just so happened. I mean, I help anybody, but because I was around more women, I know how important it is for them to be
Mm-hmm.
better mothers, better wives, better people of the church, better business women, better entrepreneurs, better employees, all that stuff. And they need their help,
That's
and
right.
and I help all cultures, but especially I have a black mom, I have a black wife, I have a black sister. So especially for black women,
That's right.
I take strong pride in the fact that I've been blessed to attract a lot of African American women to my
That's right.
classes to work out. So I'm really proud of that and blessed to have that. And so when I explain to them, okay, hey, it's not that challenging to lose weight, have fun, and all you have to do is a shake and a tea and cut back a little bit on what you're currently eating. You don't have to even change your diet that hard.
Right.
And they found that simple. Like, well, no, what about the Beyonce thing? What about the
Yeah,
apple
they
cider
want to try
vinegar?
everybody.
What about
They
that?
try everything.
What about the XYZ and the 21-day fast? And what about the Daniels fast? And what about all that? Like, well, this is something you could keep doing, not
That's right.
not just
Right.
do that. So and that's how I'm able to, by doing that, by doing it personally and having a
Mhm.
passion for it, and that's what really attracts people to it, to what I'm doing. It's not just, I follow a business operation
That's
now,
right.
but that's what, all that had to be said to be like, okay, hey, that's how I'm able to guide them on what to do,
That's
because
right.
I did it and I do it myself.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So
And I like the fact that you did it on nutritional factors. I mean,
mhm.
you explained that because a lot of people take out the nutritional factors. Like, so say for instance, if it was just some things I know in Herbalife that
Mhm.
are really good for women, and I love the collagen. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like addicted to that strawberry collagen.
Yeah.
So when they put in the teas,
It's
it's
funny
something
you say that. I
special.
just started selling that. I just started selling that at the bar literally last week.
Wow.
Literally last week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
So
like my thing with
yeah, I
Herbalife,
just started
anything
selling.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's one of the supplements that I do get, but not like how I like it. So
Mhm.
it's like that's something that all women need, and they will love that. And I'm telling
Yeah.
you probably gonna be selling out of that because I'm telling you we
Yeah.
be
It's been going crazy. Yeah. As soon as I put
yeah,
it on the
it would
menu, it's
go.
been coming up.
Yes,
It's been flying.
it would go crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
Because we all want to, like you said, be youthful. Not only
Right.
just feeling it, we want to look it too. Like
Right.
you said, you said you looked at the guy and and he looked, really
Yeah.
good for his age and everything. And
Right.
we do fall back into that. If we see somebody that we can be enlightened by or
Yep.
encouraged by, we
Yep.
look for that type of motivation. So I'm
Mhm.
glad that you are also in the community that we can look up. Even though you are a man, but we're
Mhm.
looking at your high energy and
Mhm.
your youthfulness, and that's
Mhm.
what's needed for all of us to keep pushing and going, especially if you're on a journey. Like you said, this is not a temporary fix. This is something that you want to
Mhm.
keep going through.
Right.
So tell
Right.
us about some things that you do take that you pull into you as far as wise is to give you more energy,
Mhm.
because I already know you naturally hyper. I can tell. I mean, you naturally have the energy.
Yeah. I
And
was.
did it come with
I
you
was.
losing the weight?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I dropped 50 pounds from my first
Oh,
my first weight loss before I started putting on muscle. Um, but I kept my muscle too. I kept the tone. That's the thing that attracted me to the Herbalife products, because the guy had good lean muscle, and I've seen
mm,
people lose weight with different products, and I saw a lot of before and afters, and the different products, they just lost weight, you know.
gotcha.
And but I noticed with Herbalife, it was consistent with everybody before and after. Herbalife had at that time, I think they just went into more fitness, doing fit
Gotcha.
camps and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that, and so they were able to build muscle, and they had an athletic line where they were able to, put that in. So
Mhm.
with the tea was the first product that I started taking, which is it's a thermogenic tea called Herbal Tea Concentrate. So I literally
Oh,
started
okay.
taking that. And I was a heavy coffee drinker. Uh, when I was in corporate America, I was a heavy coffee drinker. Working, being up early, staying late, working on projects.
Mhm.
Something about minimum 4 cups of coffee with loads of
Ooh.
sugar and cream, just to
Yeah.
make it through. And when I got on the tea the first 2 days, I noticed I was going to the break room just based on habit. I was going to put my thing on do
Wow.
not disturb. Give me a second. Sorry about that. So I
No
noticed I was
problem.
going to the break room based on habit that day when I was working a job, and I was like, wait a minute, I have energy. I don't need to drink anything. It's like
Right.
as I felt it, I was like, wait a minute, I feel good. Like I'm good. And then typically at 2 o'clock I would feel a crash. Didn't feel a
Oh,
crash.
wow.
It's like, wow, man, this is. I said, man, this is
Something.
good. So
Mhm.
then when I get to the gym, I eat my lunch. I eat my lunch. I eat a meal right before my Zumba class, quote unquote Zumba, because she did hip hop too. So I kind of, my
Right.
style came from her. She don't teach classes anymore, I don't think.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so that's my style came from. That's what I saw. I said, oh, don't have to just do Zumba or DVDs and stuff. You can
Mhm,
really just
mhm.
throw Beyonce,
Uh-huh.
Nuck if you bug. You can do whatever you want and just and come
Right.
up with a routine. I was like, oh, okay. So when I went to those classes, so I was like, I'm hype up the music, and then like now my energy started. The girls would see me. My energy went from another level. Like they'll see
Oh,
me hype,
wow.
but like they see me get into the front of the class. I'm hopping all over the place, you know. So it was a whole different. It's a whole different level where if I'm telling you, if a man can attract women
Mm,
to weight
mm.
loss, then it's a game changer, because women, because they were watching me for a while, and they were just like, yeah, you know what, they see me lose a little weight, and but then once like the energy started increasing, and it wasn't like no crackhead energy, right? It was a good,
Real
solid, good
energy.
energy that they saw was changing. in me, and
That's right.
you know, it just got to the point of like those who really wanted it, who wanted to change, and like, okay, I got to see what this person doing. And I never asked. I promise you, like the first few customers I got, I mean, I say few, when I say few, I mean like 20 customers.
Hmm.
I didn't ask them to join. They came to me. You know,
Wow.
once that happened, then you know, I started operating the business plan and all that to make something different. But that's what I incorporated, that the tea, and there was another product called the aloe to help with my stomach and
Mm.
digestion. That's huge, and I
Mm.
never heard of that. I didn't hear the
Mm.
tea until I talked to the guy who introduced me to it. I knew about Herbal Life shakes, but the tea is what really got me sold. Um, but that's what happened with the energy. Yeah.
So you mentioned, okay, so the nutrition replaced the cravings,
Right.
basic.
Yeah. Yeah. So and yeah, and keep in mind with tea to help me remove the caffeine and all that. I mean
The
the over
craving.
over caffeine. I was over caffeinated.
Mm.
I was over caffeinated
Ooh.
and too much sugar with with the coffee.
Mm.
Because I'm putting sugar in my. No,
That's right.
I don't think black coffee is bad for you. I don't think that's bad.
Right.
Not too much of it. But if you putting all that sugar in like I was to make it
Hmm.
taste good, you know, I'm not helping. I can't get the weight off, right?
That's right.
And then with um, what else? The Oh yeah, so far as the crashing and all that, then you know, around 2 o'clock, you know, that was that was killing it. So
Right.
that was killing my vibe around that time. And then with the shakes, when I implemented the shakes, I didn't implement the shakes till like about 2 weeks later. Till I lost about lost about 8 pounds off the tea
Okay.
by itself.
Oh wow.
The tea and the aloe, and I kept doing the same thing I was doing. I was doing the same stuff. That's why I knew it was the product
That's
because
right.
I was already working out. I didn't just start working out. I was working out, but nothing was
You've
really
been doing it.
happening. But when I got on the product, then I started seeing the amazing changes. So it blew my mind. I said, okay, I got to get on these shakes. So what the shakes
Right.
would do is I would replace my meals, but I would still eat.
Mm.
I'll eat the same food, but I'll reduce it a bit because my cravings weren't
Hmm.
that strong. But the biggest thing was the nutrition in the shakes,
Yes.
which helped provide the protein to help me. So when I was losing weight, I wasn't losing muscle.
That's right.
Um, and then after that, my skin just started,
Hmm.
clearing up as well a
Hmm.
lot. So that was huge. So that's what people really miss is the actual nutrition.
Right.
The weight loss is a quote unquote, I guess, a bait, so to speak. It's
Gotcha.
like because everybody wants to lose weight, right?
That's right.
Rest of everybody in America is overweight, so that's a good catch for selling. But the magic behind that product is the actual nutrition, and then once you get that in you, it's a domino effect of wanting to eat better,
That's right.
and you know what I mean.
Automatically.
So
Uh-huh.
that's what happens for you.
And then also, I want to take into fact that now that you have the energy that you need,
Hmm.
um, you're detoxing a lot more, so it
Hmm.
makes it a lot easier too to
Hmm.
build up with the energy and the nutrition. Would you say that the detox effect helped a lot, like you said, with the clearing with the skin, with the
Correct.
clearing the inside and stuff like that too?
Yeah, the aloe is a huge factor. A lot of
Oh
people.
yeah.
Well, my most my longest lasting clients are on the aloe. My
Wow.
longest lasting clients are on the aloe. I got clients. I got over. I got a lot of clients. That's I would say at least. I'm gonna say a safe number. I'm gonna say a small number. I'm gonna say at least 20 clients since 2016. That's still my clients to this day.
Consistent.
That's
Gotcha.
consistent and they are heavy aloe users because they found it.
Mm.
They found the importance of the aloe, and I did the
Okay.
same thing. I didn't understand the aloe at first,
Hmm.
but the aloe it helps with your
Aloe is one of
digestion.
my favorite things.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it breaks down your food better, and
Yes.
it helps along your stomach lining with all the
Mhm.
acid. It gives you
Mhm.
a coating around your stomach as well, and so whatever food you're eating. So let's say even if you're eating a hamburger, a good lean hamburger, right? If you're eating a good lean hamburger, and you need to get the protein from that. It's going to help your body break that down
Oh yeah, easy.
even better.
Mhm.
If you're not, because I get burgers from Sprouts and get the lean burgers, and I
Mhm.
get bison burgers and all that
Mhm.
kind of stuff. So that helps my body break the food down even
All
better,
right.
and that helps you go keep your regular and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. Same with the tea.
Mhm.
So and I preach. It's a whole another thing. I preach fiber to the
Oh
ladies
yeah,
in my class.
definitely.
So I
They have
preach
that.
that to them because they got to get about at least between 15 grams, minimum 15 grams of fiber per day. That's
Mhm.
searchable. basic
Mm-hmm.
Google information.
Right.
So, but yeah, but that's what's helped tremendously, just to keep that stuff, going. Let your body absorb what you
That's
need,
right.
and get rid of what you don't. Right.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Let your body absorb what it needs and get rid of what you don't. That makes
Hmm.
sense. So, and like you said with the fiber, that's one of my big factors. I love fiber. I love the aloe. I love, love, love y'all Mandarin aloe. I forgot about that one too until you mentioned it. That's like one of
Yeah.
my favorite things
Yeah.
too.
That's
I
a
can't
that's a
find that
huge.
flavor nowhere. Can't mix it with nothing. It tastes good. It tastes
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really
I
good
just do water and aloe. Sometimes
by itself.
I drink it throughout the day. Yeah, I just drink it throughout the day because
It is.
without
It's
the tea
very
sometimes.
beneficial.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and a lot of
It's a
people
huge
like it in the
difference.
teas. Right. I've seen that a lot.
Hmm.
A lot of people put it in their teas, but like I'm like you, I can drink it by itself. I actually drink aloe. A lot of people used to, like you said, fight about the differences between the apple cider vinegar and then the aloe.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
huge difference, especially in factors with women. We'll go into it another day. But
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of women likes to pull in like push and pull to that. But if they only knew about aloe, they would do that regularly because it does a lot of things with the digestive and the feminine parts. A
yeah.
lot of people, a lot of women take the aloe. I mean the aloe. What is the other one? The apple cider vinegar because they think that it has some really good factors, but the longevity of it, you can't take it long term like that.
Yeah, I don't. I know apple cider vinegar. I had to use it for a sore throat or something before, but as far as
Oh
I
yeah.
know, there's other benefits. I'll be honest. This is what I have not seen over the past 6 years. I'm just being honest. I say this about others. I just what I don't know. What just because I haven't seen it, don't mean it doesn't
Right.
happen,
That's
right?
right. 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 Right.
So I just haven't seen somebody post up. Oh man, this is how I looked before, 30 or 90 days while taking
No.
apple cider vinegar, and now I look like this. And I haven't seen that yet. That has not happened yet. I hear people say, "Yeah, I'm doing it for a minute," and then
That's right.
I don't hear nothing else about it.
That's right.
Typically,
It's for
but
cravings. It's
mhm.
for
But I
a
know
lot
they selling it, so
and
I don't
stuff like
know.
that.
So
Yeah, a
I'm sure
lot of
it's
people
good.
say
Yeah,
that it works, but I'm sure it's just about cravings. It does kind of curb your cravings, just like an apple, right?
yeah.
I mean, it's still along the same time with pectins and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So what it does is just curb your appetite. So when people saying that they're using it, they're using it as a replacement of something, but not
Gotcha.
necessarily something that I believe. I'm just like you. I don't believe it does any benefits or effects,
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of people saying
I just haven't seen. I mean, I'm not saying
I
you don't.
haven't
Yeah,
seen
I
it
haven't seen. I
either.
just haven't
And
seen it.
I
That's all I'm
mean,
saying.
I've tried it all and I know what helps and
Yeah.
benefits the digestive system. And I haven't seen that. Aloe,
Yeah.
I'm sticking to aloe. I've been on
Hmm.
aloe for probably about 10 years. So I know for
Nice.
a fact that it's a beneficial thing. And it's not just me doing it. I've had family members and generations, my grandmother, everybody else does it. So it's different rather
Oh,
than
really? That's good. That's really
yeah,
good.
that's
Yeah.
a fact. That's a fact. So yeah,
That's good. That's good.
so now we're gonna put you on
Hmm.
the spot and take a ginger shot, right? We're gonna take our ginger
Let's
shot.
do it.
Now you ready?
Let's get it. I'm gonna shake it up. Hold up. Shake well. I'm gonna put it in front of the camera. Let's get it.
That's right.
All right. Hold up.
All right. Yep. Open it up and we're
Oh,
gonna
I'm not
toast.
ready. I
Okay,
gotta
that's
take this lid
fine.
off. All right. You ready?
Yep. Ready? Toast
All right. Let's
up.
go.
All right.
Sauce it up. Boom. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's strong.
Yeah. Don't play. It's gone.
You drank that whole thing? Oh
Yes.
my
Yes.
god.
It's every day. See, just like the
Oh.
aloe, that is my thing right there. That ginger shot.
Ooh, Lord Jesus.
Exactly. I was waiting for the facial expression.
Ooh, Lord. I love ginger though, but it's just man.
I
But I put it
know.
with other stuff.
I
You
know.
know.
That's true. That's true. I have that with turmeric, aloe, and
Mm.
in my cayenne almost every day. Every
Ca-
day, every night. Oh yeah. Every day,
Your throat
every
got to
night.
be on fire. Oh my god.
Every day, every night. It's such a benefit to if go look it up. All three of those. This is my triangle. I call it my triangle effect. That's what
Yeah,
everybody knows. I put it in my lemonade.
man, that's serious.
And
Man, it's
I
crazy.
love it. So we putting you on the spot. You've been out there with the Cowboys team. You
Hmm.
were out there when they broke ground. Tell me about some
Hmm.
stuff with the Cowboys team. I know I seen you in it to win it. You had the girls out
Yeah.
there dancing and everything. I was so
Right.
excited. I was cheering you on from the back end. I don't know what I was doing those years, but I know you still have a good benefit there being in Frisco. So tell me a little bit about that.
You mean just the benefit of being in Frisco or working with, or how I did that event, or
Yeah,
what do you
yeah,
mean?
yeah. How you did the event. Yeah.
Well,
I'm pretty sure they
this
noticed you already, and I know you got a lot of them that still
well,
support.
well, how let's trying to get it, make sure it's a narrow, direct, because there's a lot of stuff that went into that.
Oh, okay.
Basically, well, I'll just start say this. It was in my mind once I got into dance fitness and I saw them build it. Um, I just knew it had to be done. Yeah, and so
Right.
and I knew that I just knew it had to be done, and I knew I could.
That's right.
I just knew that if God put it in me, it could be pulled off.
Ooh, yes.
So yeah, that's what that year, the first year, but the 2016, which you were kind of witnessing me really
Mm-hmm.
learning about uh, vision boards,
Mm-hmm.
learning about vision boards, learning about uh, I learned about Peter walking on water to get to Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I learned about that scripture. I learned that because I always thought it was just Jesus that walked on water. And I found out there's
Mm.
in the gospel about Peter doing it.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So, and I started reading books about the law of attraction and
Mm.
this book I highly anybody suggest. It's called the Science of Success by James Arthur
Mm.
Ray. Science of Success
Okay.
by James Arthur Ray. That is a strong recipe. That's strong part of the recipe of success for anything you think
Oh
that's
wow.
impossible.
Okay.
And but me growing up, I've always thought, hey, I gotta work hard and then struggle and work hard and
Right.
struggle. And then I found out that there are these biblical principles,
Mm.
that God wants us to do. And so another other book is The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. The
Mm.
Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. I still have yet to complete that book because just each chapter is so potent. It's
Wow.
not about that it takes long to read. It's just that you want to get down the habits of of positive thinking and those
Mm-hmm.
things that they could change your life. And the instruction in that book is to read the four gospels of Jesus in
Wow.
that book, and it says underline faith and underline belief, underline those scriptures, start to memorize them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I started like realizing that okay, lining up these principles
Mm-hmm.
and lining them up with God based on my personal belief.
That's right.
Right.
With the opportunity.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to operate just on the law itself. I wanted to operate making sure
Right.
God was on my side,
Mm.
that I was doing these things. So once I did that, I started meditating on how to do it. So I
Mm-hmm.
had these different ideas, and God would lead me to the people to talk to, and so it led me to talking to uh, the manager there, and
Mm-hmm.
as talented as I was at dance fitness, like they saw that I drew a crowd, they still wasn't quite sold
Mm-hmm.
on me or whatever, so to speak. They were making it more challenging than it need to be,
Mm.
and they said they weren't gonna start for another year for recruiting people.
Mm-hmm.
So it was funny. What happened was I just made a decision, like, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and get a membership there. And the membership is expensive, like for what I need to do. And it's crazy. Once it's like when I made a decision that I'm gonna just find a way to make it happen anyway, despite the door that quote unquote closed. All of a sudden they reached out to me, said, "Hey, we just had something open up. We want you to come in and audition."
That's so sweet.
And I ain't had to pay for a membership after that. So I ended up getting that. Once I did that, um, I just started practicing and getting ready for it. And
Gotcha.
so what I started
Ooh.
doing was I started doing big events like that, but it just wasn't on the football. It'll be on the basketball court at
Gotcha.
24 Hour Fitness. It'll be, um, I'll just put on little special holiday events inside of
Mm-hmm.
24 Hour Fitness. So I just
Mm-hmm.
started being creative and getting ready for it. So I can't do it right now. And another thing I learned, to delay is not a deny.
Mm.
So be patient, and because there is what's called a gestation period.
Mm.
When a
Okay.
gestation period is like a baby, right? Or planting a seed for a sunflower.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you have the seed, but it takes time for that to grow. Just because it hasn't, the seed hasn't sprouted, the yellow petals around it with the brown inside of it. You may see the brown first before you see the petals, the beautiful petals the sunflower is known for later.
Mm-hmm.
So you may, oh man, I got this brown flower. It's nasty. I don't want it. But you haven't waited. Yeah, you haven't given it time to become what it's supposed to become. So in the meantime, you neglect the flower and you just
Mm.
gave up on the dream, and now the flower dies. So what I just said I'm going to do is just go ahead and put it into practice. And so I started doing those events. So lo and behold, and this is me being obedient, like I'm like
Mm.
in the
I'm
spirit.
listening.
So in the
That's right.
spirit, me being in alignment, this is just my personal story.
Yes. Wow.
So I just started being in alignment about it instead of being frustrated because I'm like, man, instead of me having an ego, like, man, they don't know what they missing, man, or whatever. I just like, okay, no problem, no problem. So I can dance here, I can dance that. I just basically went where I can do it,
That's right.
right? So, and the reason why it so ended up happening is I did an event, and like probably the biggest event in Frisco when it come to dance at cardio, at that time. And I said, you know what? Something gave me the confidence to go into their office. I don't know if you ever seen the Kanye documentary on
Oh
Netflix.
yeah.
Have you seen it? So
Yeah.
I
When he
basically
was in
did.
office going around.
So
Yeah.
I basically did the same thing. I did the
You
same
got
thing.
to.
I did the same thing with Cowboys Fit. I just bust in the manager's office. I'm like, hey, I just say, hey, I got an idea that'll blow this place up. I just say something that she couldn't pass up. I said, you just got to hear me out, right?
That's right.
Even though she heard my idea before, right? But I was like, nah, I'll blow it up. So I just said, hey, you got to let's meet for a couple seconds or whatever. And when it come to business, I was reading something. It's another book, Think and Grow Rich, uh, by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon
Napoleon.
Hill.
I seen that one.
So that one, it just talks about finding opportunities. So when it
Mm.
comes to finding opportunities, you got to look for, okay, well, Cowboys Fit is strong here, but where
Mm.
are they weak? Where are they
Mm.
weak? So I started looking for where they what they were lacking, and where can I add value.
That's right.
So I started looking for that. So instead of me like, oh man, I got to get put on with the Cowboys. Okay, what the Cowboys are lacking?
Mm.
Okay, so they don't have no flavor like this over here. They got all these little blonde white people on the, I don't mind where you put this at. I say it straight up. Say you put the blonde white people on your billboards and all that kind of stuff. You just attracting a certain crowd.
That's right.
You got some amazing diversity that we could bring to the table.
That's right.
And bring some flavor
That's right.
to this, which would increase your membership tremendously
Mm.
because everybody talks money, right?
That's right.
So basically, I showed them what was happening at 24. I showed them some footage, right? Once I showed them some footage, so basically ended up using that, what I was led
Wow.
to do. So I used that. Then they were like, okay, boom, yeah, we got to do this. I said, imagine that on the field. Next thing you know, we moved some mountains, made some things happen or whatever. And we pulled it off. We ended up getting the Cowboys official DJ out there. Um, and it made an amazing life changing event. And that led to a bunch of other events I started doing around the
Mm-hmm.
city as well. And and I personally just say it, I'm proud of it. I changed the game
You
over there,
did.
which led to the huge opportunity I got at Jambox today. Everything led to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I tell anybody who's frustrated with wherever they are, if you're frustrated with a job, if you're frustrated in a relationship, and I tell them, do your best at wherever you are, because you have to get mentally prepared for the next.
Mm.
Because it's either gonna shake off or get shaken up. It's either gonna get shake off, or gonna get shaken up. So that means if you were in a bad relationship and you starting to do, that person is yelling at you and disrespecting, you know what? I'm gonna respect you back. I'm not
Mm.
gonna stoop to your level. I'm gonna be a good person. I'm gonna be good to you. Despite the fact you're doing this or whatever until this. So either that person going like, man, you know what? They not. Maybe I need to get better. Or you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even handle it no more. You know what? We got to break up. But that way you can lead to the next person. So same thing with a job, right? Or a business is that if you're with a job and you're just sitting at the office like, I need to find a better job, but you ain't coming to that job that you don't like with enthusiasm and doing your best,
That's
right?
right.
And then mentally prepared to say, okay, I'm going to receive something better. You're
Mm.
not going to do it. And I make it make sense. Everybody knows Deion Sanders, right?
That's right.
So Deion Sanders had the same philosophy. You follow Deion Sanders, he had the same philosophy. He was at the Atlanta Falcons, which is a very small market team at the time.
Mm-hmm.
very small market. He just said, you know what, I'm gonna blow this place up. He still was getting paid nowhere. He was getting paid more than the average guy. He was nowhere near what he was worth because he changed that city,
Wow.
right? But he just kept balling, kept playing, kept balling, kept playing. And then after that, it led to the opportunity to go to San Francisco 49ers, who paid him the money he was looking
That's
for.
right.
Then it ended up leading him to, he got a Super Bowl, and then leading him to the Cowboy, who really paid him what he was looking for,
That's
right?
right.
But every place he was, he played the top. He didn't go that Falcons like, you know what, they ain't paying
Mm.
me what I'm supposed to pay.
Mm-hmm.
That in order for him to, he had to create the highlight reel for people to see what
Mm.
he was doing. And it's the same thing. Like if you're a data entry person and you just half blankety blanking with it and expecting, to get a real top tier position,
That's right.
it's not gonna happen. Where's your highlight reel?
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So like, what highlight reel you gonna have to bring to the table? That way you can go somewhere where you're truly valued. Because otherwise, than that, so that's the best thing I suggest for anybody is that, hey man, operate at your best. No matter what, even if you aren't getting paid, uh,
That's right.
what you work. So that's how that all happened. I applied those principles. And it just led from one opportunity to the next opportunity, to the next opportunity, to the next opportunity, to the next opportunity. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't see nobody bigger than you in Frisco. I'm sorry. I mean, like I said, I would drive that 30 miles to come out to enjoy and to have a full, thorough
Yeah.
class rather than having a half class on my side of town. It's just, it's just the
First of all, I
fact that
appreciate that. I'll make sure I say gratitude to that. I really appreciate that.
yes, you're
Yeah.
welcome. But I just want to make sure you know that you understand that. And I'm always telling people about your class. I'm always trying to, put you on the forefront because,
Mm-hmm.
us as instructors, because I'm still instructing, but of course, I
Yeah.
do different things.
Yep.
I love it because it's energy there, it's real there, and
Mm-hmm.
it's good that we're here today because there are things that I didn't know, about your weight loss journey and
Mm-hmm.
how you started in the back of class and
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
this was all self motivation,
Yeah.
leading up to this point, and you
Yeah.
did have some health scare factors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is what we need to know because behind the scenes we see greatness, in front of us. We don't know what you had to go through to get where you are.
Everybody's a iceberg, right? A
That's right.
surf, so to speak. And I experienced that when I just asked the young ladies in my class, like, "Oh wow, where you from?" Then brrr, it all comes like, "Whoa, wow." And sometimes as instructors, I'm sure. I mean, I've felt this too. So I'm not, you know, like ignorant of this. Whereas,
Right.
of this, I don't know, it's not a good thing to have. But he's a human being, you could be putting on a class, and the people come to class, they ain't where you would like them to be, and or
Right.
sometimes they just disappear out of nowhere. They're like, "Oh my God, I love you," and then they disappear.
Right.
What I've learned is, man, yo, it ain't about us,
Mm,
because you have no idea what they
what's going
went
on?
through,
That's right.
what they went through just to come to your class those 2 or 3 times. Like, you have
Mm-hmm.
no idea. I mean, you got women going through domestic violence. You got
Mm,
them going through their children being very ill, or
mm-hmm.
parents being very ill. You have no idea, and they're coming there just to get that off their shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes working out ain't even the main thing they're trying to do. They're just
That's
trying to
right.
find a release. You have no idea. So that's the service. So when you talk to them and kind of find out, it's the same with us. They don't know. Sometimes they just think we just get up there and be
That's right.
happy.
Mm-hmm.
And but so, and I told my class this yesterday. I said, "Yeah, I'm here to serve whoever wants it. I'm here to serve
Mm,
whoever wants it. So if you want to eat, I got the plate for you. If you don't want to eat, it's okay." And I have to read this. It's in every book. It's a book definitely in Luke, it's in
mm-hmm.
Matthew, it's in Mark, it's in John. When Jesus, start talking to the disciples, okay, hey, let's go do what we're supposed to do. And he told them, like, hey man, go ahead, give them the message. But if they
Mm-hmm.
don't want the message, dust your feet and move on.
That's
Like,
right.
don't sit. He ain't say nothing about,
Mm,
hey, we gotta convince you to become,
wow.
come follow us. Hey, this is what we doing. This is what help you. This will save you. You don't want to do it? Okay, fine. That's my
That's
feet
right.
and move on. That was it. That's the job. Deliver the message. So, like, who am I to be, try to do something, that was the biggest message in the world,
That's
right?
right.
So, and he ain't trying to convince nobody,
Woo.
So he's
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm just telling you what it is. So if you
That's right.
don't, It's no problem. So and those who wanted it, they got blessed.
That's right.
So it's the same thing with what we do. It's like, hey, hey, we gonna serve them. We gonna put it out there,
That's right.
and you get blessed. So that's what we. That's our job.
That is a job,
That's
and that's crazy that you mentioned domestic violence as the first thing because that's actually why I started
oh
Naughty
wow,
Hottie. I started Naughty Hottie because I started seeing a lot of women lose their confidence, and I didn't know why because I haven't
mm,
ever been in a situation like that. But
yeah.
I wanted to
It's such at a high rate.
cater.
It's
Uh-huh.
ridiculous, man.
Uh-huh.
It's
I wanted
ridiculous,
to
man.
cater more to the women who didn't have a safe space to just have fun and be themselves and then even just talk amongst other women, right?
Yeah,
Because we don't have a sanctuary besides, most of the people say, okay, well, we want to dance at the club, but I made a club scene, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
for women,
yeah.
that are,
That's what's up.
ill and, need confidence,
Mm-hmm.
bringing it
Mm-hmm.
back. And so that was the reason why I did. A lot of people think that I just did just because I've been dancing forever or whatever, and I like it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I wanted to bring a different energy and different light, to women, so
Mm-hmm.
they could just have a sanctuary or a place just to gather, to talk amongst each other, not just necessarily just dance too, but we encouraged each other. We gave each other,
Yeah.
advice, motherly advice,
Right.
things that we had going on mentally, physically, and all
Mm-hmm.
those things. So I enjoyed that, and
That's
so I'm
awesome.
glad that you said, hey, this is a place where you can come. So
Well,
I hope
yeah.
you ladies y'all heard that. That is the place you can go in Frisco, and he gonna tell you in a minute where you can find them and how you can sign up for these classes because it's not only about the energy, it's not all about of course physical health. It's about mental health as well.
And that's the one thing I realized my niche is. I guess is everybody has their own. It's like churches. Everybody has
That's
it's the same
right.
message, but it's a different. It's,
Right.
it's a different place for everybody, right? It's the same thing.
That's
Like
right.
they go to your class, the same message, but that's you create an environment that's more comfortable for
That's
that
right.
particular person. As
That's right.
so for me, I just I harp on making sure I create an environment, and the biggest thing I think I take pride in is that when women say they come in there like, "Oh man, the other women were so friendly," you
Yeah.
know,
That's
um,
important.
yeah, and that comes with prayer. I believe personally,
Oh yeah.
I believe that prayer. I learned to start praying before my classes start, and
Sweet.
to put that positive spirit out there,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
put something bigger than us that's out there instead of putting it all on me,
That's
because
right.
because
Can't
he
carry that
knows,
weight.
yeah, he knows what's going on with them, and he knows what they need.
That's right.
He knows what to, and I have people that drive from downtown Dallas to come.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what they could be. They surprise the heck out of me, man. Where they pop up from there, and I got people right up the street who don't come. You know,
Right.
and who be like, "Oh my God, if you Earl, when you get a class right there,
I'm gonna
oh,
be
I'll
right
be
there.
right there." And I mean, you seen the street we're on. We're on the busiest street in
Yeah.
Frisco,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so. We got an amazing location, and the people that are not coming, that not so. I remember that used to get to me a little bit. Then I was like, you know what? Hey, same thing. Uh, serve those who want it. And
That's
next thing
right.
you know, when that happens, the people, no matter where they come from, they come to the doors
Oh, they're gonna come.
and they're gonna come. So don't harp on that. Just do what you're supposed to do. Work on your craft. Your gifts will make room for you. The more you work on your craft, the more you notice more opportunities open. That's something I've noticed. All this stuff is really biblical, man. It's really, it's in books of success, and you
That's
really
right.
just read it and I've just personally learned not to just like, oh man, I got to follow it step by step. I just started trusting the spirit. It's like, you know what, and learning to be patient.
Mm.
Learning to be patient actually speeds things up.
And go with
I've
the
learned
flow.
that. Learning
Okay.
yeah, learn to be patient. Actually, speed things up. That's what I've learned
That's
the
right.
hard way, of course. So
Exactly.
still learning,
No, yeah.
still learning. So
Better
I'm
be
not coming as a
stable.
guru. I'm just saying this is a little bit of experience that I had, and this is what I'm sharing with the people.
That's right.
But yeah, So as far as what to find me, like right now at the time of this recording, I'm at Jam Box because last time we had just moved. We had just moved, literally just moved about a year and a half ago. We was at another
Okay.
location in Frisco. So you just never know what's in store. So right now we're in Frisco at Jam Box Frisco, right off of Preston and Stonebrook. Right there's Audi's right there, and um, what else? Planet Fitness right there in that same shopping area. So we're right there. Great location in the studio. And like she was saying, I do personal. I just kind of got away from that right now, because right now I'm working on something bigger where I can serve
Oh,
more
nice.
people, more virtual stuff, and app based stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I just got last few clients I'm wrapping up with, and once I'm done, I'll probably be completely done on the personal training. So everything would be more group based, and right now just focusing on making sure I have more time with family and learning to
That's right.
scale my business as well.
Right.
Learning to scale my business, making it where no matter how many more people come, it doesn't
That's
require
right.
more effort. We have way too much technology to,
Oh yeah.
and there's too many other people already doing it that I'm hitting up and
That's right.
reaching out to and asking questions to learn.
Gotcha.
To
It's so
learn that
funny
about.
that everybody's just now going online. Look, I feel like I'm old to it. I started doing online classes like in 2016,
Oh
15,
wow, you've been
16.
there. Okay.
And so when I started putting it out there, a lot of people was like, "What?" But I had a
Yeah.
lot of clients in California and New
Yeah. You
York and
never
all
know,
these
man.
different places. So,
Never
you know,
know.
they would sign on and it was weird to me though, right? Because back
Yeah.
then our connection was only through Skype, even through the websites.
Mm.
Yeah, so they were only use like Skype because there was no Zoom back then.
You're
It was
right.
no
You're
Zoom.
right. You're
And
right.
so Skype was just so disconnecting. I got so discouraged with doing it. So
Oh,
I
I'm
stopped
sorry.
doing it within that year. But it was
Wow.
so funny that, 2020, that was like the biggest hit. And everybody
Hmm.
was, hitting up, not had it like, hey,
Forced.
you've been doing this. What's going on? We need those
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it online. Because I
Yeah.
was so used to being a public server, right? Being, in the public
Hmm.
eye. But COVID hit, so it had to hit different.
So, like, what I learned about COVID was, and life in general, the
Mm-hmm.
same wind, the same wind blows on all of us. It's
Mm,
about the set. It's about the set of the sail.
that's right.
That's what the growth, of course, that's from survival to growth. There's two different things. You survive, or you be like, oh my God, keeping the
Mm,
sails together, trying to make it through the storm, or you could be like, this is what happened. I'm gonna adjust my ship
that's right.
accordingly. So, you're very young. So it's like I can see you in your 80s or something, saying like, oh, I can't adapt, right? You gotta adapt,
Right,
right?
right.
That's
That
what
is true.
we all have to adapt. Like right now with Instagram, I have to adapt with Reels,
Oh,
you
yes.
know. So that's where it is right now. At the time of this recording, Reels is where it's at. Reels and TikTok is where it's at. So you have to adapt to that. So if you have something happen with another outbreak or pandemic thing, that's not going to happen again. But you didn't take time to prepare at that time. At that's it's on us
That's
if
right.
if
At
we
that
have
point.
not made those adjustments. Like, well, nobody saw that coming at first. But okay, what if it happens again? You didn't take time to sow
Mm,
seeds, to sow seeds, to be prepared, right? So
mm-hmm.
at that point, it's on us, so that's what I'm doing, just getting uncomfortable, and so
Ooh,
I
that's my
understand that feel.
word.
Yeah, so
Yes.
for me it's uncomfortable. But like today is my first time doing my boot camp live stream. Like I've been doing my dances live stream.
Yes.
So yeah, I've been doing that, but now I just started taking that's where I'm leaving the personal training. Like, okay, well, me spending an hour with one or two, sometimes maybe three people at max, some once in a while. But to go from dealing with working with one
Mm-hmm.
person, deal like that's a bad thing. I mean, like working with one person, which I love to do it,
That's
but at
right.
the same time, but I don't know who told this to me, and I think it's a blessed you or anybody listening to this. Um, that time you spend with that one person, it's not about the fact you're like, oh, it was for one person. Yeah, that's great. You're helping that one person. But there's an opportunity cost to that. So the
Mm,
opportunity cost to that is that you're you're taking it from all the multitude you could be blessing as well
mm,
and still be blessing that one person as well. So, I started thinking, I said, oh wow, while I'm with this one person, if I'd have been taking my time to really update my technology game and update my thinking game, because you start thinking instead of just doing it. You want to think, you want to just process,
right.
and learn. And so I said, well, I need to really just pay attention and learn how to do this. There's a way to learn how to do. There's way too much
That's
information
right.
out.
That's right.
Way too much information out there to learn how to do stuff. So I got to get uncomfortable and learn it. So that's what I've been doing. And like today, I had issues with this morning. I had issues with getting online. Finally figured it out. We started a little late, but once it was going, next thing I know, I had one girl in California and one girl that was here in Dallas area. and we made it
Got
work.
it jumping.
So,
Right.
but now it's just about being consistent in
That's
that
right.
space.
Oh
And
yeah.
now, my goal is to get up to at least, 50 people online within the next couple of months just for the boot camp. So
Oh
that way
yeah.
now that I'm training, I can be training, 50 plus people within an
On a
hour.
different scale. That's right.
Yeah, on a
That's
different
right.
scale. Not the same effort.
That's right. And
Same
see, I
effort.
did
Same
that.
effort.
So I did the opposite of you. So instead of me
Mm-hmm.
going back into dancing when COVID hit, I went into boot camping. And so
Mm-hmm.
when I went into boot camp, it really went well. So I believe you're gonna do really, really good.
I appreciate that. I'm
Yes,
sure
you're
you're
gonna
going to too.
definitely do good because I don't like the camera.
Mm.
So
Why?
that was a huge challenge because I've been under the camera all my life. So and now that I got older, it's kind of like intimidating a little bit, just a little bit. For us women, it's
Yeah.
different. It's a little different. You got to
Yeah.
look a certain way. You got to dress a certain way, and I have a different twist to everything that I do. Even though I used to teach, sensual classes and all this stuff, I still,
Mm-hmm.
have a different respect for, what I put out there and what I don't. Right.
Right.
So with
Right.
that being said, we're doing this boot camp, and it was difficult because, like you said, it was a challenge for me, which is
Yeah.
usual. But I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I changed
Yeah.
a lot of people's life, and the people that I did
Mm-hmm.
train, I don't have to train them anymore because they are up to par. And that's the thing.
That's great.
I want them to stay, but not to where they're handicapped or hindering from just
That's
getting all
a
the facts and everything there.
that's a good topic of discussion right there when
Mhm.
it comes to business. Is that um,
I think
as a
sometimes we don't
business.
want to let them go. Right, right.
Well,
They gotta
I
let
had
go
a
and grow.
I had a girl. Oh my god! I just man, she became an amazing friend in my
Hmm.
class. She really did. Um, and it was funny. It's like you don't miss people till they're gone. She would
Hmm.
always help me with all kind of stuff. And then most least likely person I saw coming, very shy when she first started. And long story short, she ended up going to another gym. But after she's one of my longest clients, like far as doing the boot camps, uh, nonstop. You know, and I remember like, oh man, I really miss this person. Like, man, this it's like I just miss having this person around. But her results are amazing, right?
Oh
And
wow.
so now the place that she's at, they have way more, more weights and stuff
Gotcha.
like that. Heavier, weights. So workouts are way more intense. And
Gotcha.
and so what? I was like, I realized, hey, that's good for her. So now at first I was kind of thinking like, well, maybe I need to
Hmm.
provide that, next level for
Mm-mm.
people. So, but business wise, I think this is access. This is a whole different podcast discussion, I guess. But it really is because the thing is, it's like at the same time, it's like, well, like okay, yeah, you did great with elementary
That's
school,
right.
and now your kids are gone. Like,
Right. Yes.
should you build a high school or put you on?
No.
What? But
So
I'm just saying, I think it's a discussion. I ain't saying it
it is a
depends on.
discussion.
I ain't saying
It is
you.
a
I'm talking about
discussion.
people in
No,
general.
no,
I'm
no.
talking about people in general.
I got you. No, that is a
Yeah,
good discussion. Yeah,
yeah.
but I
So,
think the same way because I feel like here in Texas, a lot of people don't dance like what we do in California
mm-hmm,
or in New York or other
mm-hmm,
places, and so
yeah,
I feel like some of the people here are not even on beginners level; they are on
yeah,
remedial levels,
absolutely,
and
yeah.
so remedial, like not
Oh, yeah,
moving, not wanting to move, and
yeah.
so me teaching this, it sometimes it disregards my talents to me just
I
a little
understand what
bit.
you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And
I know. Yeah.
so you are right. It's a totally different topic, to get on because I'm to the point to where why me? Why do I
Mm-hmm,
have to teach on this level? And then, like you said, once they get to advanced levels or whatever, or if they need more,
mm-hmm,
should I continue to provide that? When
yeah,
I'm telling you, thousands and thousands and thousands of ladies who don't know how to dance, who's trying to critique themselves or even get to a level to where you can just dance in front of people, per
yeah.
se, and be comfortable,
Mm-hmm,
and so they can come to Earl T class and not be looking
mm-hmm,
crazy.
mm-hmm. Right, right, right. Yeah.
That's where I feel confident in. Like I'm okay now. At first, I used to be just like, okay, well now I need to teach on a more advanced level, but that would discredit the people who don't know how to do that here.
Yeah,
And
well,
knowing where the level they are here. Do you see what I'm saying? Where you
I had this
are,
guy.
like you say, where you are.
I gotta give a shout out to this guy because he's like the only brother I really met who really like took time to talk to me business wise. His name is Wade Bryant,
Wade Bryant.
uh,
Okay.
Wade Bryant on he's on Instagram. I think that's his name is like all together one word. He
Gotcha.
like he's a big old dude, like offensive lineman, black dude. Like, but I guess this guy grew up in Ballet or something. I don't know. So he teaches women how to do splits. Like that's his business, and he does extremely well at it.
Oh,
He done so well at it that what's the girl name? The plus size singer.
mm-hmm.
Uh, what's
Jill Scott. Not Jill Scott. What's another one?
uh, she said the word bitch a lot. Like, damn, what's another?
Oh,
Um,
what is her name? I know exactly what you're talking about.
but
Why I
anyway,
can't
she's the
think of her
plus.
name right off the top.
Oh, I can't remember. I'm so mad.
She
I can't
plays a
remember her name.
little flute and everything. Why we can't think of her name right now?
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, but anyway, the point is, he reached he like she reached out to he got to the point where she reached out to him like, hey, I want to learn how to do splits, and like she put him on the map with Eat Entertainment Tonight and everything.
Oh
It was crazy.
wow.
So literally, I got on the phone with this guy, and I was like, man, what the heck? Like, I had no idea there was a market for that. Like, and he was telling me how
Market for
much he
everything.
man. So I'm just saying.
Learning.
So the point is, so he went from like he was doing just dance. He was like choreography dance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a big dude. This dude, like, he could be probably 300 pounds easy, or whatever.
Oh
And he,
wait, Wade Bryan. Right. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about now. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that guy. So I'm like, I got on the phone with him. I was like, dude, I said, hey man, I'm trying to make it, bro. I see you, you going around the country, and like you don't really you market, but like I don't ever see nothing like, the tickets are this amount of money or whatever. So he'll say, I was like, make some. I charge like $100 per person. Like what?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Like what? And I
yeah,
like, you got a room of about like 50 people. What?
yeah,
Like you making 5,000 plus a
yeah,
night? What? Yeah. He's like, yeah, man.
yeah.
And the market's crazy for it. And I was like, how you think to do the split?
Yes.
Like what? He said, yeah.
We're gonna have to
So
talk more off camera. I'm gonna tell you some stuff too in a minute. I
okay,
want you to do this because we
yeah.
need to talk real quick. I need
But
you to do this. Go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead and
But
finish talking to you.
no, that was it. The point is about a niche. It was about a niche.
That's right.
It's about having a niche market, and then it's like, well, hey, he's found a space where he can make. He makes well definitely more than I do. I can tell you that when it comes to fitness. You know what I'm saying? But it's a specialty, right? So I
Mm,
was just saying, like, he's found a way to create a graduate level.
that's right. That's right.
That's what I'm just saying. There's a way to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was just saying, because I do think, and I'm still, researching ways, I guess, because even though numerically it's a small amount of people that kind of really, really graduate from the
That's
dance.
right.
The dance is the big funnel.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
dance is the big funnel, and then I filter them into the boot camps
That's right.
and nutrition and
You
all that
can.
stuff.
That's
That's how I
right.
make my money. I do a funnel, just like everybody, right?
That's right.
But and after that, it's like, well, I'll say, well, now can I upcharge and charge a different price for people who really want to go
Yeah,
to that
that's
next? I'm
right.
just talking business, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Because I'm
well,
just like,
yes, definitely.
that's all.
So, word of
Yeah, that's all.
advice. I want you to give them word of advice, and I want you to let them know how to sign up for these classes because they
Cool.
need to know how to. So, word of advice and
Mhm.
how to sign up for these classes.
Word of advice, real simple, and enjoy the journey.
Mm,
Find something that you just love to do and commit to it for a year.
that's right.
So whether if it's dance fitness, which is what I found. If you like yoga, if you like playing a little drum thing, if you like, a boot camp, I, find that one thing and just say, you know what, for a whole year, I'm going to do it at least 3 times a week for a whole
That's
year,
right.
something like that.
That's right.
Maybe twice. Twice. It can't be just once. You got to be at least
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 times. Commit to yourself, whether the family's in town, even your spouse is like, oh, where you going? Hey, this is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because without you, they can't do anything. You're not the.
Mm,
If you're dead, you're not the spouse. If you're unhealthy, laying in the bed, because that day is coming. If you don't f around and do what you're supposed to do for yourself, because
mm,
people are dropping like flies, people are getting amputations, blood sugar, getting on diabetes medications, all this is real, man.
It's
Nobody's
true.
talking about it. So these little basic things, the keys to success is not neglecting the easy thing to do. The easy thing to do is something that you have done. You just know how to do. You just need to repeat it over and over and be consistent at it.
Repetitious. That's right.
So that's it. So that's what I suggest on that. To find me, which I do is dance fitness. That's the biggest thing I suggest come check out is that you catch me. You can go to Earl T Fit on Instagram. Earl T Fit, all one word on Instagram, and you just click the link in my bio, and that will allow you to be able to, select the class that you want. That's all my information. If you want to get the nutrition, Herbal Life Nutrition, that's on there. If you want to do a live stream class, that's on there. Just click live stream classes. You want to come visit us in the studio. I'm only teaching in Frisco right now, but I do special events. So if I'm doing something at a park or at a stadium, I've done stuff at Toyota Music Factory Stadium and stuff as well. So I always have that posted when I'm doing it. Right now, I don't have anything on the
Okay.
books right now. Right now, I'm just taking care of the community that I have right now and being consistent. And that's what I want everybody to do, man. Take care of themselves. Find something fun because we have a fun.
We're having
Yeah,
fun, fun.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you again, Mr. Earl T, for coming
Thanks for
in
having me.
and sharing your health and your entrepreneurship, because that's what we're here for to
Yeah.
do. And y'all better check him out. Go to Frisco, check out the information, follow him. All right, we're
Thank
going
you.
to end this.
Thank you, Nadia.